And of course, always the first response will be excessive use of insecticides, and it was also the case for the fall armyworm. So when fall armyworm it came, of course it came to find the environment is very suitable. There are so many host range there. And of course, as the previous presenter mentioned, it has high fecundity and high ability to disperse. And of course, when it comes to natural enemy, always when a new invader come, largely it come without natural enemy. But this is a yes and a no in case of the fall armor, and I explain further as we go ahead. So at ECB, as probably Subi mentioned, we have developed a comprehensive management for fall armyworm that include biopesticide, which my colleague Dr. Subi elaborated very much on this one. And of course, we also optimize the trapping. And the good thing, by then we have a well-established boost system that was developed for management of stem borer, striga, and of course for soil health. And it happened when it was tested, it worked very well for this one. But here our focus on the parastoid. So there's some work that did by Mark Canas, and he realized that there are so many. The diversity of Africa is so high. Africa and other places where it's invaded, the diversity is very high. So we zero in to find out, and this could be largely this could be why the fall armyworm initially it was exploded, but after few time somehow it is stabilizing. We are not saying it's not a problem, it is still a problem, but it's not as it was initially when it came. And the parastoid could be one of the contributor to this stabilization. So we went ahead to find out what could be among this very high diversity, what could be the parastoid that form new association with fall armyworm, and we find several egg parastoid that Telenomus, which even though it was not native to Africa, it has been imported earlier. So it formed new association with fall armyworm, different species also of Trichogramma and Clonus also. They form that particular one is a egg larva. Three of them are egg parastoid, and one is a egg larval parastoid. And also there is a rich guild of the larval parastoid that also established new association with fall armyworm. Of a particular interest is Cotesia acb. Is why we tested. It was quite efficient, and this is why we took it for further investigation. So as I will show in my subsequent slide. So we took also this the egg larval parastoid and the egg parastoid. We tested them in that purely under lab condition. And their parasiticity range as from 45 for Trichogramma up to 90 for Telenomus. While for the larval parastoid, as I mentioned, the most effective among them is Cotesia acb. And we did further tests to find out which particular host stage that is preferred for this particular species, that's Cotesia acb. Of course, this for so many things. First of all, to optimize the mass rearing, because you don't want to offer the parastoid the wrong host, otherwise your colony will always collapse. And again, for the targeted releases, you want to find out when exactly should you do your releases. And interestingly, we found the early instars, so they are the most preferred and most suited for this parastoid. When it comes to Forsen star, it is not suitable. First of all, it defends itself against physically against the blastoid, and there is a very minimal cases of the encapsulation whereby the immune system of the host it encapsulates the egg or the larva of the blastoid. We also want to see when it comes to release of this blastoid, where could be the suitable areas. And as you can see from the model, around the equator, and as you go southward, it's quite suitable. And this under current climatic scenario, and this scenario remains the same even under future climatic scenario, with the slightly of the high suitable area shrink a bit. Having just to parasitize is something, but we went further again with this parasite to find out the host species, because when you release, the parasite will encounter so many other hosts. Some of them they even co-evolve with this parasite. Like let's say Spodoptera luteralis, but there are other bees symbiotic in the system. Interestingly, we find this parasite, it preferred, it all the associated host that is Spodoptera luteralis, but almost equally same as fall armworm, while the other hosts, the stem borers, they are not preferred. And of course, this translated to whether the parasitoid is able to distinguish between the good parasitoid or not, and those one which are not, and the suitability for this parasitoid for opposition, it was high for fall armworm and its closely related relative, Spodoptera luteralis. And we went ahead and test how it affects the development duration and number of cocoon form and the number of closed wasp, and of course the sex ratio. And for all these parameters, the performance of this parasitoid was highest in fall armworm and Spodoptera luteralis, as evident from the table. Of course, except for the progeny, it is comparable across the host where the parasitoid were able to develop. Then we went ahead and now we establish all these parameters. We went ahead and do argumentative releases for several of these parasitoids, the larval parasitoid and the egg parasitoid, and their different initiative. One of the project led by SUBI, another an EU and European Union funded project. We made releases all in so many countries in East and Southern Africa, and with a very promising result. But to make the impact more sustainable, we train private sectors, and in particular Dream Team Kenya, and they release over millions. And the farmers, they can access the parasite from them at a very affordable price. Borrowing from what we did on fruit fly, where we do argumentation, where we test something called argumentorium. Argumentorium is like a tent. In this case, we use a small cage made of tent in such a way that the emerged larvae, or the hatch larvae rather, will not be able to exit from that netting cage, while the parasitoid will be able to exit. So we will collect the larvae, put them in this particular cage in such a way that the parasitoid, when they come, they drown in water. And we found out this approach it can increase the parasitism so low, while the eggs, the hatching larvae, the mortality is 100%. This, of course, we did it on a very small scale, like 1 acre, but just it's something to be taken into consideration. Then, having tested the parasitoid with push-pull system, of course, we already the suppression trait of the companion crop, like this Desmodium and the grasses, this is well established. But we also found that the volatile emitted by this plant, they recruit parasitoids that help further in suppression of this pest. And okay, with another initiative, we want to establish, okay, now we have released those parasitoids, how far they have gone and what will be their impact. So we release this parasitoid and we measure their dispersal from the central point. And just in one season, we found that they can disperse to more than 1 kilometer in a season with a precision of almost about 80%. This about the native natural animal or already which are in Africa, but okay, that so now we have this parasitoid. The project come and go. We need to train the natural system of how to initiate and maintain those parasitoids. And we have done a very thorough training in Tanzania, in Uganda, and of course, as I mentioned, the plant village in Kenya. But being the invasive pest, of course, you agree with me, still the ideal target for the controlling it will be classical biological control. We are lucky IITA, they have already introduced 2 parasitoids. One of them is the egg parasitoid, and one of them is the larval parasitoid. So they share with us this material, and we test them in the lab. First of all, to be able to release them, we need to meet the requirement by our regulatory body in Kenya. One of them is to test their whether first of all they are effective against the fall armworm, and whether also they were attacked as a related pest or other related species. For the egg parasitoid, that Clonus insularis, it was quite specific, and also it is quite efficient. For the larval parasitoid, that's Cortesium agglomeratis, it had a slightly broader host range, but it is even more efficient than the egg parasitoid. And now jointly with CIMMYT, with a project funded with CIMMYT, which just has concluded, thanks to Brasana and his team for the resource. We released this parasitoid in 2 countries in Kenya as per the directive we are given from CAREF that we have to restrict for now our releases. So we release in 2 countries, that's Machako and Imbu. And of course, before we did the releases, we have a baseline information of parasitism. So the parasitism by other is quite low. And then we did after the assessment, after the first release, after the second release. And as you can see, the releases is increasing, but still this is just preliminary. And the releases we have done, we need to continue. We have just done a few releases, but this one need to continue if we have to have an impactful suppression for fall armworm. And I think there are so much we can do together. And with that, I want to stop here. Over to you.
All
Chairman.
right, thank you very much, Dr. Samir, for the presentation. So we're done with all of the 5 presentations, and I think our participants are very eager to ask questions. And in fact, some of them have already thrown in their questions in the Q&A chat box of Zoom, and some of our research speakers have actually started responding to them. But for an open forum for about 10 minutes, I now invite Dr. Prasanna to please kindly moderate our Q&A part. Thank you.
Thank you. I think, colleagues, you would agree with me that these are high-quality presentations on eco-friendly approaches to fall armyworm management. And many questions have come in, and which we are already responded to many of them, and some are being responded to by my colleagues. But if you have any specific relevant question that you would like to address or ask, please raise your hand, and we will try and answer that. Okay, go ahead, and colleagues may raise their hand. And then Sunny, please enable to unmute them so that they can ask the question.
We have a question from Mr. Hin.
Yeah, thank you so much. Can you hear me, everyone?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Moderator. It is so exciting to listen to different research results based on the study on fall armyworm. I have a question for Dr. Christine. Okay, so my
Yeah.
question is about the presence of ants. What I heard from Dr. Christian is that ants are the best predator to deal with fall armyworms. So can they be bad for the crop as well? When we talk about ants, can they damage crop roots? Okay, thank you.
You have to
That's an
unmute.
excellent question. Yeah, that's an excellent question. And we are not talking of termites in this case. We are calling of real ants that forage around. And we've also found, interestingly, some of the legumes attracted some alternative prey, aphids, for example, which are not so good. We know that, but because aphids exudate some sugary solutions that attracted the ants, and then when the ants were there, they were starting to control the fall armyworm. So building on that, we put in some sugar solution as well in the fields to just test if that would make any difference if there was some sugar solution there. And indeed, that attracted again the ants, which then controlled the fall armyworm. So it's a bit complex because it's not a direct link. It's often indirect. What attracted the ants to come in and then see those fall armyworms and then control them on the sideline as well.
Subi, would like to add anything, Subi?
Yeah, I think Christian covered a lot. In our experience also, when we sprayed things like the fish soup, which is actually an animal protein, and ants goes for animal proteins, and specifically when they don't find, they start feeding on following. That's what we also realized as the management mechanism when you use fish soup, which very well relates to what Christian mentioned. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Any
can I
other
have
question?
a follow-up question? Yeah, can I
Yes,
have a
go
follow-up
ahead.
question? Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Christian, for your response. Actually, your research is basically on corn, but armyworms, I can say damage a lot of crops in Cambodia, especially rice. So can you tell us a little bit more about how can armyworm become an outbreak? What are the best factors to cause an outbreak of an armyworm? Okay.
Well, I must say this is beyond my knowledge level, and I could not give you a very good answer on that because I have not worked on rice in the past. But maybe Prasanna, you have some responses that are more elaborate than mine.
About what? What is that question?
How to
I
prevent
just want to know
fall
the
armyworm?
effect of armyworms on rice because
Aha.
it is the worst case in Cambodia. Thank you.
Okay. So far we have not noticed any major economic damage to rice or wheat because of fall armyworm. So laying of eggs on any crop plant is not an indication it is causing an economic damage. The economic damage is something that one need to very carefully monitor. But as of today, there are no such reports. But one has to clearly watch out for evolution of the insect strains. And if there is any new acquisition of capacity to cause damage, one needs to carefully monitor. But as of now, no.
Okay, thank you.
So can I actually have some?
Yeah, please.
So in our in our country, Bangladesh, in the Bangladesh Rice Research Institute, we did some this laboratory works on this fall armyworm on rice, and we have seen that fall armyworm can develop on rice. Maybe it takes some more times than the maize, but in the fields we are not getting any infestation. The main reason is behind that because rice is generally needs more water, and one of the lifestyles of these types of armyworm, like this Spodoptera litura or Spodoptera this progipada, this pupation is actually going for pupation underneath the soil. So as there is this muddy water, and due to that, we have seen even Spodoptera litura or Spodoptera fijupada cannot actually sustain in this rice field. So this is the main problem, but we are suspecting in some of the this upper land rice, like this in our country, house varieties or something like that, where less water is using, there might be a chance of infestations, more infestation of fall armyworm. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I'm sorry that my question is out of the topic today, but I just don't want to focus on rice. I'm curious about the outbreak of fall armyworms. In case we talk about corn again, have you observed any specific factors or situations that can cause an outbreak of fall armyworms? Yeah. Even we talk about corn. Thank you.
So, Dr. Dr. Alam, have you seen any observation of fall armyworm in rice in Bangladesh?
No, not in Bangladesh, but there was some probably from Tamil Nadu. There was some infestation we have seen, but it's not so much. But in Bangladesh, not in the field. But as I told you, in the laboratory, we have seen that they can actually all the four this life cycle stages can be actually okay in rice. They can actually do it, but it takes some more times. So there is a chance. And as you know, there is two strains of this fall armyworm. One is rice strain. So if there is the rice strain can attack, so there may be also a chance of more infestation.
Okay.
So
yes,
I just want to quickly add on to this. In this case, for a pest outbreak, there are a lot of factors that contributes to outbreak. Especially in an irrigated situation. Rice is an irrigated crop, and if in an irrigated situation you don't have anything else around, following a maize season or something, yes, the rice in that irrigated farm can get damaged by fall armyworm. This has been seen with maize as well. Irrigated maize is much more susceptible to fall armyworm as compared to any other because of their presence alone. So such kind of situations can happen, but wide reports on fall armyworm damaging rice has not come up so far, even in the presence of rice strains and the maize strains as well. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, any other question, please? It appears most people are happy writing those questions on Q&A, and we are trying to respond as much as possible quickly. Okay, if there are no further questions, no raising of hands, thank you so much. Sunny, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Dr. Prasanna, and to our resource speakers for graciously responding to the questions of our attendees. All right, now, so before we close, we just have some few more things. The evaluation form. We'd like to hear your feedback to our webinar. This is also our certificate request form, so kindly fill out the form, type in bit.ly/54solve, or kindly scan the QR code for you to access our feedback form for today's webinar. Okay, I think that's it.
Okay, with that, thank you so much. And once again, our heartfelt appreciation to the CRCA team, including the director, Dr. Nova, as well as Sunny, and the entire team, which has put forward an excellent webinar structure together. and to enable us to reach out to all of you. And my sincere gratitude also to all my colleagues, the resource persons who have spared their time despite their schedules, especially colleagues from ISIPE, Dr. Subbi Savagan, who is always there. We have done perhaps this many, many times together. And Samira, who is another fantastic scientist. Both of them have always been there to support this kind of knowledge sharing events. And to my own colleague from Christian Terpila, he is an outstanding cropping system specialist and one who loves to work with the farmers. And that passion one can see in his presentation again today. And thank you once
Thank you
again,
so much.
Christian, for joining. And last but not the least, our very dear friend from Bangladesh, a very renowned entomologist, a former CIMMYT consultant and ex-director of Bangladesh Agriculture Research Institute, Dr. Syed Nurul Alam. Again, he is someone who is passionate about this field. And whenever we requested him to give any talk, he never even hesitated a second. So Dr. Alam, very, very grateful to you for always sparing your valuable time. And I'm sure that we can do a lot more in the years to come, thanks to your passion. So my participants, I can see more than 150, 60 participants, 160 participants very actively engaging and asking questions. What is really important is don't consider this as a one-off event. You have our email details. Sierka can provide them along with these presentations. If you have any follow-up action that needs to be done, whether it is with regard to access to different technologies or whether it is regard to any future possibilities of collaboration with organizations like CIMMYT or from like ISIPE, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Sierka is a fantastic facilitator, and we can do many, many things together. I must also gratefully acknowledge the support from Melinda. Melinda Limlenko is my colleague who has formed this bridge between Sierka and CIMMYT and enabled organization of this workshop. Many thanks, Melinda, in case you are not sleeping, but I know it is it's almost early hours in Mexico. Thank you so much, friends. We really enjoyed participating in it, and I'm sure Sierka will follow up with many other follow-up actions. Once again, thanks a lot. Take care.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank
Thank you to
you.
all our
Thank you.
attendees. And of course, to
Thank
our international experts, thanks everyone. And of course, on behalf of Sierka, our sincere thanks to CIMMYT as well for this wonderful collaboration to bring fall armyworm management knowledge to our audience here in Southeast Asia and even beyond the region. And to our attendees, we hope to see you in the next webinar. So please stay tuned for announcements on Sierka's social media channels. Again, my name is Sunny on behalf of Sierka. Maraming salamat po. Thank you very much. And we wish everyone all a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Dr. Prasanna.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Come, let's build the center that we'd like to be. A place where you and me can work in harmony, where everyone is proud to serve with dignity. Come, let's make this dream a reality. Fill our hearts and minds with a vision. Let our words below our mission. Leave our values on excellence in word, commitment and unity. Come, share every stream for the senior region, extended to the world throughout generations. Fill our hearts and minds with ambition. Side by side we stand for our mission. Leave our values on excellence in work, commitment and unity. Let's show the world we can. With God close at hand, we will grow together for the better.